94 degrees out right now, in case anybody's wondering. Can't wait to get into that air-conditioned workshop. Welcome back, everybody. Got a great video for you today. Something you've been looking forward to, something I've been looking forward to for a long time. And that is resurfacing a tub. Dwil sponsored this video and they provided the paint. I'm going to be using their tub and tile paint in the color white. I'm going to be putting it up against Rustoleum's tub and tile refinishing kit. I'm going to take you through the entire process from start to finish, from cleaning, sanding, putting the paint on. Make sure you check out the links in the description for Dwil tub and tile paint, as well as their furniture paint or their appliance paint. So as I'm looking at this and I read the instructions, they say to really get after this with a sander if you have a hard enamel ceramic type coating. If you look at that gloss, I went after this really good with both the Scotch Brite and the 320 grit sandpaper. The Dwil Kit comes with everything you need: paint, hardener, masking plastic, masking tape, a stir stick, a fine paintbrush, and its own foam roller. I picked up a roller pan at the store. I'm going to mix this up and get to painting. So this is a low VOC paint, so you won't be chased out of your house. If this was a high VOC paint, I definitely would not have my kids in here. And if I get any sort of idea that it smells like fumes or anything, I'll kick them out. I'm going to go mix it all in one batch. Once this is mixed, it's good for 12 hours. Before you mix it, it can sit on the shelf for a long time. This is water-based. You can thin it down 5% if you want it thinner. Also means that you can clean up with water. I'll show you. Just tape it down just like this.
When are you going to paint?
Right now. To turn that thing white. All right, let's see what this does.
Oh.
Ooh, looks nice.
That's cool. That's cool. Looks nice. Nice. Watch from over here.
Coat number 1 is on. In an hour or so, I will come back and put coat number 2 on. While this is drying, I'm going to be putting on the Rustoleum. Rustoleum didn't come with any accessories. It came with a paint can and the activator. It's got these little safety clips on it so the lid doesn't come off. Give it a shake before we add anything into it, and we're going to stir it all up. You guys can't be in here for this one. Right off the bat, this has got a very strong smell to it. Higher VOC. So no kids allowed on this one. Alright, yeah. Kids are definitely not coming in the workshop while we're using this one. Got my toxic mask on. We're gonna try to read the directions here real quick. The Rustoleum Kit did not come with a roller. I picked this up for, I think, $8. $7.98 at Lowe's. So the Rustoleum is a little bit thinner. I wish there was more room in the can so you could just mix it right there and not spill anything. The Rust-oleum is a much thinner paint. It's easier to get runs. Before I package this up and wait for it all to dry, I'm just kind of watching to see if any runs form. I already grabbed one over here that I found. It seems that there is a long working time with the Rust-oleum. So I can go all the way back over to here and back roll this uneven area out, and it seems like it'll wet out and then that stipple won't remain in there. I'm going to bag this one up and we'll come back to do that one in about an hour and a half. So just to let you know, I just took my mask off and this entire workshop is filled with toxic fumes. So I got to get out of here. I got to get the door open. This is definitely something you would have to plan for if you're doing this job in your own house or if you're doing for somebody else. And I discussed on my Patreon video a situation where I made a kind of a error. Anyway, I can't even talk thinking in here. I'll tell you about that later, or you can just check it out on Patreon. Well, it's been an hour and a half. The fumes are still here. Just started to dry in the bottom. The top here has been dry to the touch on both paints. Still seeing quite a bit of ridges from that roller. There's a perfect example, right? Well, right there. But right here is a little ridge line. It's because that roller that came with the Dwil does not have rounded edges. It has hard lines on it. Okay, it's time to start the second coat. I'm going to start with the Dwil. It is important to note that I am using the Dwil supplied foam roller. And on the Rustoleum, I bought the $8 roller at Lowe's. So far, that's been the biggest difference in what I can see, is that the quality of the application is with the roller. So hard not to get the lines with this roller. I think I made that pretty clear. Extremely low VOC. I don't smell anything. You know, it's pretty odorless. All right, I think I got a pretty good even coat on this. We'll see how it wets out. It doesn't look too bad. I still see some light areas in here. So it's going to have to, and I see light areas in there, it will have to have a third coat. All right, second coat for the Rustoleum. All right, here we go. Rustoleum is a little bit thinner. Oh, that's beautiful. So because this Rustoleum paint is much thinner and has a longer working time, you can see all these sags here. I got to go back and roll those out. You're going to have to excuse me talking through the mask. So they're both going to need a third coat, without a doubt. I don't know if it's going to show, but you can see the shadow marks through there, through the Rustoleum, and that is also with having a far superior applicator. This one here, the Dwil, is showing better coverage at this stage. I didn't think that was going to be the case, but you can clearly see that this has more showing through than this. Yeah, that's a clear difference there. Alrighty, everybody. Third and final coat for the Dwil. Going as fast as I can to keep those wet edges on this last coat. Last coat for the Rustoleum. It's the next morning. I'm going to pull the tape. That was a pretty dark color to paint over. I think that's why it took the full 3 coats. If this was a regular white tub, it would be much easier to get the coverage. Rustoleum and Dwil, and this little strip down the middle was the original brownish tan color. So I'll give a close-up. This is dry. It won't be water ready for quite a while. The Rustoleum says it's water ready in 3 days. The Dwil 7 days. But this is definitely, dry to the touch. My last coat on this was 2:30 a.m. last night. So that's what the finish is. And this was even using that high quality roller. Both paints are fully cured. And seem scratch resistant and chip resistant. What do you guys think of this type of video? Is it something you'd want to see more of? Some testing of products in the workshop or in a customer's house? As far as long-term durability, I'm going to hold on to this tub for a while, and I will do an update video of the Dwil versus the Rustoleum. If you got questions, please put those down in the comments below, and make sure to check out the links for the Dwil paint. I'll put that in the top of the description. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.